Practice Test 1. Listening Part 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. On which date did the boy's grandparents get married?
Are you coming to the concert with us on the 14th?
I'm not sure. You see, I'm travelling to Edinburgh with my parents on the 15th. It's for my grandparents' wedding anniversary, and the train leaves early in the morning. I don't want to be tired after a late night. Their anniversary is actually on the 17th, but we want to spend a bit of time in Edinburgh before we visit them.
2. What is the woman going to buy today?
Can you get some milk and some butter when you go to the shop, please? I want to do some cooking later.
We don't need any milk. I bought some yesterday. It's in the fridge on the bottom shelf. I'll just get butter and bread.
We've got plenty of bread. I went to the new bakery on the corner this morning. Don't buy any more.
3. What is the man going to do on Saturday?
I'm going to a basketball match on Saturday evening. Do you want to come with me? It's going to be great.
I'd love to, but I'm so busy. I'm going to the cinema today, and I need to go shopping later. I must buy my mother a present. It's her birthday on Sunday, you see.
Well, why don't you go shopping this evening instead? Then you can come to the basketball game with me.
OK, that's a good idea. I'll do that.
4. What did the woman do last Sunday?
I went to the beach with my family last weekend. I had a great time.
But it rained, didn't it? I remember because we were having a picnic in the park and we had to run home with all our things. We got soaked.
That was on Saturday. We went on Sunday when it was nice and sunny.
Oh, yes, you're right. I remember now. I sat in the garden all day.
5. How did the man book his holiday?
I've booked a fantastic holiday in Italy for next month. I can't wait to go.
That sounds exciting. I'd love to go to Italy. Did you book it on the internet?
No, I don't like booking things on the internet. I phoned the travel agent, told her what I wanted, and she found me just the right thing. I'm going there to pick up the tickets next week.
6. What time is the exam?
Why aren't you ready to go? It's nearly 1 o'clock. We need to hurry if we're going to get to the exam hall in time. The traffic is really bad today.
What's the rush? The exam is not until 4.
No, it starts at 2 and ends at 4. Check your exam timetable.
Really? Oh no! How did I get that wrong? We'd better hurry up then. I'll just grab my things.
7. What happens as soon as the man answers his phone?
A man drives across a long bridge. He is lost. On the far side of the bridge, he parks and gets out of the car. Suddenly, his mobile rings. He quickly grabs it and says hello. But the man accidentally lets the phone fall to the ground and it smashes. A few minutes later, a girl on a bicycle stops to talk to him. She gives him directions. It's a pretty exciting film.
Practice Test 1. Listening Part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 8. You will hear two friends talking about a singer.
Have you heard Kaylee's new song?
Yes, I heard it last night. Do you like it?
It's good, but I prefer her earlier songs. Her last album was amazing.
I agree with you. I read an interview with her, and she said that she's been working with a songwriter lately. They've written the lyrics and music for her new album together. I think she produces better music when she writes her own songs. She's got real talent, and she's very creative.
She's got a great voice too.
9. You will hear two friends talking about a new cafe.
I haven't been to this cafe before.
Nor have I. It's only been open for a few weeks.
The food is delicious, isn't it?
It's lovely. And the staff are really friendly too.
Yes, they're very cheerful and polite. They described all the dishes on the menu to help us order.
I know. Well, some of the dishes do have funny names, so it's good to know what they are. I just wish the seats weren't so uncomfortable.
I know what you mean. These chairs are very hard.
10. You will hear a girl telling a friend about her art course.
So, are you enjoying the art course you're doing on Saturdays?
Yes, I am. Well, most of the time anyway.
Oh?
The people on the course are very nice, and the teacher isn't too bad. I do find the classes interesting, and it's fun to do something creative. I just find the hours a bit much. It starts at 8 in the morning, which is much earlier than I'm used to. It means that I have to get up at 6 to get there on time. Some days I struggle to stay awake until the end of the class.
Oh dear. You should ask the teacher to take a lot of breaks.
11. You will hear two friends talking about their teacher.
I wish we didn't have Mr. Harris teaching us history.
Why? Don't you like him?
Oh, it's not that. He's a good teacher and he always explains things really well. He makes the lessons interesting and easy to understand, which is really good.
I know. I never used to like history before, but I really enjoy lessons with Mr. Harris.
Me too, but I wish he wouldn't give us so much homework on a Friday. Now I've got to spend the whole weekend studying.
No, you haven't. We'll go to the library together this evening and we'll be finished in time to enjoy the weekend.
12. You will hear two friends talking about a film they watched.
Well, that was disappointing.
Didn't you enjoy it? I laughed all the way through. There were some fantastic lines in that film. I wish I could remember them all.
It was funny, I'll admit that. But I was expecting there to be a bit more action, to be honest. The trailer we saw last week made the film look really exciting.
That's true. It was more of a comedy than an adventure film. But at least it had a great cast. You have to admit that the acting was brilliant.
Yeah, I suppose so.
13. You will hear two friends talking about a website they use.
I see they've updated Chatter again.
I know. I wish they wouldn't do that. Every time I get used to using it, they change it again.
Yes, but they always improve it and add cool new features. Look, now you can have private group chats with your friends. And you can add videos to your posts.
But now I can't find my photo albums. Have all my photos disappeared?
Don't panic, you haven't lost them. They're just here under photo options.
Oh, right.
You'll get the hang of it soon.
Practice Test 1. Listening Part 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one or two words, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a man talking to a class of students about a language course.
Hello everybody and welcome to the class. I'm pleased to see so many of you here today. But don't worry, there won't be any more of you. There's always a maximum of 15 in the class and a minimum of 8. Before we start, I'd like to tell you about the course. Some of the information you'll probably know already, but some of it has changed. Your class will still be on Tuesday evenings, but it won't start at 7 o'clock. It will start at the later time of 7:30 and will end at 9:30, not 9 o'clock. I hope that change is okay for everyone. Unfortunately, I can't be here any earlier than that. Another change is the room. Next week, we need to move to the second floor, to the room opposite the art room. That's room 26. Today is the only time we'll be here in room 12.
The course book will be the same as before, that is, starting French. I see some of you have already bought it. That's good. However, if you want to buy it from us, it costs £8. You can order it today, but it takes 2 weeks, so you won't have it until the 1st of October. One more thing. During the last week of term, there is an international evening at the college. There will be traditional dancing from different countries, and every class is asked to provide some food. I thought we could take some French cheese, but any other suggestions are welcome. And finally, let me remind you that most of your lessons will be completely in French, so let's begin now, shall we? Practice Test 1. Listening Part 4. For each question, choose the correct answer. You will hear a woman called Alice Parker talking on the radio about a new shop.
Welcome back. I'm here with Alice Parker, who is the owner of a new local business.
Hello. My business is called Small World. It's in the centre of town. It's different because it isn't just a shop. At the front, we sell clothes, jewellery, wooden animals, wooden boxes, bowls and other interesting items from around the world. Then, at the back, there's a small cafe where we sell different kinds of tea and coffee and homemade vegetarian snacks.
Starting your own business is a bit of a risk, isn't it?
Yes. People ask me why I decided to start my own business when it can be so difficult and when you can't be sure you'll make any money. Well, I've worked for other people in shops and cafes all my life, and I wanted to do something on my own. I wanted to work for myself.
Are you confident that Small World will be a success?
Well, I feel that I have good experience of the business world. I've also travelled to many countries, including Brazil, Kenya, India and Thailand, so I know what people want to buy. In fact, it was while I was in Kenya visiting a street market that I had the idea of starting Small World. And although there are businesses like mine in many places in Britain, there's nothing like it in this area. Most of the things I sell I've collected myself. I go abroad regularly in order to get more. I look for things that are original and a bit different. I bring a lot of it back myself, although larger items have to be sent. The prices aren't too expensive. There's always something there that most people can afford.
Do you run the business on your own?
At the moment, I employ one other person to work with me, but as we are becoming busier, I'll probably need more staff. I thought about selling food too, not just in the cafe, I mean, but a shop selling international food has just opened near here, so I don't think I'll do that right now.
Do you enjoy being a small business owner?
It's hard work, and there are disadvantages. I'm working more hours now than I've ever done, and that's probably the most difficult thing. But I enjoy meeting people and get on well with my customers, even the difficult ones. I like travelling and learning about new cultures. It's great to do something that I'm really interested in.
Practice Test 2. Listening Part 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. What is the weather forecast for tomorrow?
Good afternoon. Well, it looks as if tomorrow's weather won't be quite what was expected. We had some storm warnings earlier, with a forecast of very heavy rain indeed. It's been cloudy this afternoon with a few showers, and we can expect more of the same tomorrow, although winds will be stronger than today, before the sunnier weather arrives towards the weekend.
2. What does Paul look like?
You know that guy with long hair you were just talking to? Is that Paul, your brother?
Oh, you mean Robbie. No, he's a friend from school. My brother doesn't look anything like that. He's got shorter hair and would never wear such smart clothes. There he is over there.
Oh, I see him. In the sunglasses.
That's him. He thinks they make him look cool.
3. What exercise does the girl do at the moment?
You always seem so healthy. How do you manage it?
Well, I used to do a lot of running and swimming, but I got tired of the jogging after a while.
Oh, I know what you mean. I'm going to the gym again tonight, but it gets so boring. Why don't we meet up afterwards and go to the cinema?
Okay, I'll be out of the pool by 7. I could meet you outside the gym at about 7:30.
4. What can teenagers do at the new club?
Turning to local news. Young people have been waiting for this since the internet cafe closed last spring. The new club for teenagers finally opened today. It's a fantastic place to listen to music, play table tennis, and meet up with your friends. And there are plans to open a cafe next year. Why not go along and try it out?
5. What equipment is missing?
Hello, I've just received my new computer through the post this morning, and it doesn't seem to be all here. I'm just looking for the keyboard. Ah, here we are. But I can't see the printer anywhere.
That has to be ordered separately, I'm afraid.
Oh, yes, sorry, I forgot about that. But there's no mouse here either.
That's not the first time I've heard that. Give me your order number and we'll send you one straight away.
6. Where is the boy's money?
Mum, where have you put the money for my lunch?
I thought you picked it up. It was on the table in the kitchen. Have you put it in the front pocket of your bag as usual?
No, I've looked there. It's not in my jacket pocket either.
Oh, I remember. Jenny took the money from the table. Yours is by the front door. I put it there so you wouldn't forget it on your way out.
7. How did Susie contact her friend?
Guess what? Susie can come camping after all.
Oh, good. Did she answer your email then?
I don't know if she ever got it. It was just lucky that I found an old address book with her number in. I left a message and she called me back this morning. I was texting her all last week, but she said she lost her mobile 2 weeks ago and she hasn't bought a new one yet.
Practice Test 2. Listening Part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 8. You will hear two friends talking about a book they read.
What did you think of the new Inspector Lawson book?
I've only just finished it. It took me quite a while to read this one.
It's not that long, is it?
No, it's a fairly short book, but I found the plot very difficult to follow. So I had to keep going back and reading things again to work out what was going on.
It had a great ending though, didn't it?
To be honest, I'm not really keen on endings that leave the reader guessing. I like the writer to tell me exactly what happened.
9. You will hear a boy telling a friend about his uncle.
So, my uncle has moved into the house next door to us.
Oh, that's great. Have you been to visit him yet?
Yeah, I called in yesterday. He's great, but I don't think we'll be seeing much of him.
Why? Does he travel a lot?
No, he doesn't at all. But he's already a member of every local club you can think of. He's in 2 choirs, the chess club, the film club, the bowling club, and he's a member of the gym too.
Wow, it sounds as though he likes to keep busy.
10. You will hear two people talking about a friend.
What are you doing on Saturday?
I'm meeting Adam in town.
We're going to see a film at the cinema. That's if he turns up, of course.
Oh, don't get me started. I was supposed to meet him last week and he was over an hour late.
I don't know how he does it. He wears that expensive watch all the time, but I don't think he ever looks at it.
You should tell him to meet you an hour earlier than you want him to. That way he might just get there at the right time.
11. You will hear two friends talking about a school trip.
Did you enjoy the trip to the museum last week?
Yes, it was good, thanks. We saw some interesting things, and I found out some useful information for my history project. I just wish we'd had longer to look around the museum.
I thought you were there all day.
No, the trip lasted all day, but it took us 3 hours to get to the museum on the coach, and another 3 hours to get back. Most of that time was spent trying to get through the city. The traffic there was terrible. By the time we got to the museum, it was nearly time to come home again.
Oh, that's a shame.
12. You will hear a girl telling a friend about her new home.
So, how's the new flat your family's just moved into?
Great, thanks. Of course, it's always strange sleeping in a new place. And every building makes different noises, so that takes some getting used to.
Oh, yes. And what about the neighbours?
I've just met one girl around my age so far. She seemed very friendly.
It must be a change for you, living in the city now.
It is, but it's really convenient to be so close to everything now. School, all the shops, you know. I love having everything I need right outside my door. I think I'm going to be very happy here.
13. You will hear two friends talking about a new department store.
Have you been to that new department store in town?
Yes, I went there yesterday. They've got a great selection of stuff. You can buy all sorts of unusual things there.
I know. And they're much cheaper than our other department stores too.
I know. I'd shop there all the time if the queues weren't so long.
Oh, they're awful, aren't they? They really need to get some more staff if they don't want to lose a lot of business.
I'm sure they will. They won't want to lose customers.
Practice Test 2. Listening, Part 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write 1 or 2 words, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a travel writer talking about different holiday destinations.
I love being a travel writer, and I love talking about my trips. So thank you for inviting me into the studio today. Right, I'm going to tell you about 3 different holidays that I can recommend to everyone. The first is a good year-round sun destination, the Canary Islands. These islands are known for their big, busy seaside hotels in Tenerife and Lanzarote. But there are less well-known islands, like La Gomera. If you want a quieter experience, you can stay in traditional villages there and try out the excellent walking routes in the hills. Johnson's Travel currently has 2-week holidays in La Gomera from as little as £600 per person, or £900 with an extra week. Another island you might like to try is Sardinia in the Mediterranean. And if you and your family want a little more adventure, then a water sports holiday could be the one for you. Water skiing and sailing are always popular, and you could even try for a diving qualification while you're there on one of the specially organised activity weeks offered by Sunworld. Sunworld designs fantastic holidays, and the peak season for families begins in July. It's important to remember, however, that the month of June is reserved for adults only. Finally, if you're not interested in lying on the beach, Why not try something completely different? On a trip to Iceland, you and your family could first visit all the main attractions of Reykjavik on a special guided bus tour. Then take a traditional Icelandic trip on the back of a horse to the Blue Lagoon, before flying off to the lovely snow-covered mountains of the Askja region. A week with Travel the World costs £1,200 per adult for accommodation and return flights to Reykjavik and on to Askja. Rates for children are lower.
Practice Test 2. Listening Part 4. For each question, choose the correct answer. You will hear someone talking about the West Bay Music Festival.
You're listening to 3FM, where we're looking forward to Vancouver's biggest event of the year, the West Bay Music Festival. Matt Harris is here to tell us all about it.
The West Bay Festival has been going for quite a number of years. It started off as a small gathering of a few hundred people in the early 1980s. Just a dozen groups played in a single tent, and the event began at lunchtime and was over before it got dark. Nowadays, it's a 4-day event featuring some of the biggest acts in world music.
How many people will be attending?
Ticket numbers have been reduced slightly this year, but more than 10,000 people are expected to attend the festival, which provides a wide range of entertainment for young and old alike.
What kind of entertainment can people expect?
Well, while it's still called a music festival, there's actually much more to West Bay. The Big Smile stage will have some of the best names in comedy to entertain the crowds. You'll recognize people such as Mark Whitfield and Sandy Denver from TV, and there are also some new performers from the Vancouver area. A number of international names will be appearing, although U.S. comic Joe Reen has unfortunately had to cancel his appearance. There are film shows every night in the big blue tent behind the main stage. Friday night is Thrillers night, so there should be some exciting movies. On Saturday and Sunday, you can watch a non-stop program of music biographies and videos covering the history of rock music. Amazingly, they'll also be showing some old famous science fiction movies. Special outdoor screenings which will only take place if the weather is suitable. Elsewhere, you can find a huge variety of things to buy in the festival marketplace. Whether you want to buy a jacket to keep the rain off or a candle for a friend, you'll find it there. I'm particularly looking forward to visiting Fast Eddie's music shop, which sells albums you can't find anywhere else.
Will there be food there too?
Oh, yes. When you need a break from all that dancing, laughing, and shopping, you'll want a good meal. West Bay has more food stalls from around the world than any other festival in the country. You can get a hot vegetable curry from Thailand, enjoy the tastes of Mexico, or try Australian barbecued lamb.
Delicious! It sounds as if there's gonna be something for everyone.
Practice Test 3. Listening Part 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. What is the girl going to do this morning?
I don't feel very well today, Dad. My head hurts and I'm very tired. I wish I could just stay at home and rest.
Oh, I'm going to make a doctor's appointment for you right now. Maybe she can give you something to make you feel better.
But I've got a big test this morning, Dad, and I really can't miss it. Could we make a doctor's appointment for this afternoon? Then maybe I could go there straight from the exam.
2. When is the man's birthday?
Can you come to my house for a meal on Tuesday evening? I'm inviting a few friends over to celebrate my birthday, and I'd love you to come.
Oh, is it your birthday on Tuesday? I didn't realise.
No, it's actually on Thursday, but I'm going out to dinner with my parents on Thursday evening, and on Wednesday I'm meeting an old school friend in town, so I thought I'd have an early celebration with friends.
3. Where is the girl going to go this weekend?
I'm going to the new theme park with my family on Saturday. Would you like to come with us?
Oh, thanks. But I went there with my sister last weekend. It was good, but I don't think I want to go there again. Not just yet. I've been invited to my aunt's house by the sea this Saturday, but I've said I can't go. I really just want to have a quiet day in the park instead.
4. What happened yesterday?
Yesterday, St John's School closed for the second time this month after problems with flooding in the kitchens. Only 2 weeks ago, there was a fire in one of the science labs. The fire brigade was called, but luckily no one was hurt. It is believed that the school will be closed for a week while they deal with this new problem.
5. How did Ben find the information for his article?
This is a really interesting article, Ben. It's full of great facts. Did you find this information on the internet, or did you go to the library?
Well, I went to the library, but I couldn't find any good books, so I had a quick look on the internet. But then my friend Simon came in and suggested I look at some new history magazines. They were really good, and that's what I used.
6. Where did the boy leave the passports?
Mum, it's time to go to the airport, but I can't find our passports. Have you seen them? Did I leave them on the kitchen table?
No, I've looked. They aren't there. Maybe you left them upstairs. Have you looked on the bed?
No, they aren't upstairs. Oh, I've just remembered. I put them in a small bag and I put it by the front door so I wouldn't forget it. That's where they are.
7. Where are the girls' parents?
Hi, Angela. Do you want to meet us at the cinema in half an hour?
Oh, thanks, Ted, but I can't. I'm babysitting my little brother this evening. My parents have gone out with my aunt, who's visiting from Canada.
Oh, have they gone to that big concert in town?
Actually, they couldn't get tickets. They're having dinner at that new Italian restaurant opposite the theatre. Lucky for them.
Practice Test 3. Listening Part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 8. You will hear two friends talking about a play.
What did you think of the play last night?
It was quite good, really. I was pleasantly surprised.
Me too. I didn't expect to enjoy a play with no words. I thought it would be boring, to be honest. I wasn't looking forward to sitting there for nearly 2 hours in complete silence. But it was amazing how the actors managed to show us exactly what was happening without saying anything.
I agree. It just goes to show how much we express with our facial expressions and our body language. We can say a lot without actually speaking.
9. You will hear a man telling a friend about his new phone.
Is that a new phone, John? It's very smart.
Yes, it is. I'm still getting used to using it. I haven't had this brand of phone before.
Oh, you'll soon get the hang of it. Has it got all the apps you need?
Yes, I think so. I don't use that many apps, really. I mainly just take photos and chat to my friends. It's got a good camera. The photos are lovely and clear. I just wish it was a bit easier to type on. The keys are so tiny. I'm always pressing the wrong letters, so my messages don't always make sense.
Oh, don't worry. I do that all the time.
10. You will hear two people talking about a train.
What's happened to the 10:30 to Manchester? It's 10 minutes late already.
Oh, I just heard an announcement about it. Apparently, there's some kind of problem on the track between here and London.
Oh no, so it's been delayed. Did they say what time it would be here? I hope it won't be too long.
Oh no, it hasn't been delayed. Sorry, I should have been clearer. They said that the train won't be coming at all. There's no way for it to get through. It's been cancelled.
Oh no, I don't believe this. How on earth am I going to get to Manchester on time now?
11. You will hear two friends talking about cinema tickets.
Did you book tickets for the new film on Saturday?
Yeah, but I couldn't get any for the time we wanted. The 6:15 showing was sold out.
Oh, I told Bill and Ramona to meet us there at 6.
You'd better let them know that we won't be going until later. Our tickets are for the 8:30 show.
Oh, that's pretty late. Didn't they have any tickets for the afternoon screening?
Oh, I didn't check. Shall I try now?
No, we'll just keep the tickets we have. I hope this film is worth staying up late for.
12. You will hear two young people talking about a blog.
Have you seen the review of last night's concert on Jess's blog?
Oh, you're not still reading her blog, are you? You can't believe anything you read on there.
Why not? It seems like a perfectly good blog to me. Plus, she always recommends cool places.
There's a reason for that. She gets paid to write about those places.
Oh, come on. Which blogs do you read then?
I don't read any, but I buy magazines sometimes.
That sounds so old-fashioned. I think you should give Jess's blog another chance.
13. You will hear a girl telling a friend about her weekend.
Hi, Emma. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was wonderful. My cousin came to visit.
That sounds fantastic. What did you guys do?
Well, we did a bit of shopping and we went to the beach. But mostly we just relaxed, reading books and enjoying the good weather. You'd have been terribly bored.
Yeah, I do prefer more active weekends, but everyone's different.
Well, I needed the rest. School has been so busy with exams lately and I felt tired. The weekend was just what I needed. Now I've got plenty of energy to get back to studying.
Practice Test 3. Listening Part 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one or two words, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a woman talking about a conference.
Good morning and welcome to our seminar on the toy industry. I'd like to start by saying a few words about what you can expect from this seminar, since some of the details on the original plan have changed. After the introduction by Sally Connor, Kenji Nakamura will give a talk. That's from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. He will tell you about the most recent developments in the toy industry in Japan and will show a short film. This will be followed by half an hour of questions. Then at 12, we'll have a break for lunch. This will be a buffet meal served in Victoria Hall, which is on the opposite side of the building next to the library. After lunch, we'll return here for Toys in Britain, Success and Failure. This talk will be given by Robert Price, who, as you know, is the owner of a chain of over 200 toy shops in the UK. The next talk, What's Next for Toys, will take place immediately after this at 3:30. This will be given by Sarah Smith, who is, of course, our sales manager. Sarah's talk will finish at 5 p.m. After that, tea and juice will be served in the green room, which is on the first floor. Please join us there, as this will be a chance for everyone to chat and
Practice Test 3. Listening Part 4. For each question, choose the correct answer. You will hear a man talking on the radio about clubs for young people.
Welcome back. Charles Ryan is here to tell us about some great activities for children and young people this summer.
Thank you. There are a lot of options for young people in the area at the moment. Nature Watch is on the 25th of July at the Wildlife Centre. It includes a talk about birds, an art and craft hour when children can draw and paint their own wildlife, and there's also a wildlife walk with a guide. It's for younger children aged between 5 and 9, and parents are asked to stay with their children.
And what about older children?
For children aged 12 and above, there's the new music club. It's on every week during the school holidays, and if it's successful, the organisers are thinking of continuing it in term time. Young people bring their music to the club, exchange information about musicians, and listen to and talk about music. The organisers are also planning to invite a local band to play at the club.
Excellent. Are there any sports clubs around?
Yes, of course. There's the football club for young people who want to improve their game. There are 2 groups, ages 6 to 9 and 10 to 12. It's on every morning for a week. That's from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., so children should take snacks. They'll be home in time for lunch. Drinks will be provided free of charge. The Dance Academy is an excellent dance school that teaches ballet, jazz dance, ballroom, all kinds of dance styles, in fact. There will also be one-day courses for children aged 8+ in modern dance. The children learn new steps and routines during the course and show their parents what they've learned at the end of the day. Keep Moving is a keep fit club for teenagers. It's on once a week on Mondays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. during term time, and during the school holidays it will be on twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, at the same times. There will be all the usual activities including dance, team games and using the gym equipment. Finally, Fast Fit Leisure Centre is having an open day on the 16th of August. Everything is free on this day, and children of all ages can try all the facilities at the centre, including squash, tennis, basketball, diving and climbing.
It sounds like there's a lot to do. If you have any questions...
Practice Test 4. Listening Part 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. What did the boy have to drink?
Have you been to that new cafe on the high street?
Yes, I've been there a few times.
What kinds of tea do they have?
I don't know. I don't drink tea. I usually have a milkshake or something like that when I go to a cafe.
Oh, well, are the milkshakes any good?
I don't know that either, I'm afraid, because they don't sell them. The orange juice is okay. It's nothing exciting, though.
2. On which date will the author sign books?
We're very pleased to announce an exciting new event at our bookshop. World-famous author Karabo Drumbo is going to be here next month. She'll be reading from her latest novel, Philo and Burke, at 7 p.m. on April the 24th. There's a separate book signing event with Karabo on the 25th. Tickets for both can be purchased from the 21st. We recommend booking early to avoid disappointment. This is going to be very special indeed. Don't miss it.
3. What was the weather like in the afternoon?
Well, are you all having fun at the beach today?
Oh, hi, Mum. Well, it started out great, because the weather was amazing. It was really sunny early this morning, so everyone went for a swim in the sea. That was lovely. A couple of hours later, we decided to play beach volleyball, but it was a disaster because the weather completely changed. The wind was incredibly strong and no one could control the ball. It was funny though. After lunch, it started to rain, so we all went to the beach cafe for some cake. That's where I am now.
4. What time is the English exam?
Can you all please remember that the date of your English exam has changed? It's no longer on Friday at 9 o'clock. It's now on the following Monday. The time remains the same, but don't forget to get here half an hour earlier so that you can be calm and ready to begin. Don't forget, French is still on Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock, so you're all going to have a busy day. Make sure you get plenty of rest on Saturday and Sunday.
5. What does the girl's new friend look like?
Is it okay if I invite Sarah to come shopping with us? She's a new girl at my gym. You've seen her. She works out on the running machines a lot.
Sure, that's fine. It's always nice to meet new people. Is Sarah the girl with short, dark hair?
She's got dark hair, but it's long, and she always ties it back.
Oh yeah, I know who you mean. Yes, bring her along. I look forward to meeting her.
6. Where is the man going tomorrow?
I'm going shopping and then to the cinema tomorrow. Do you fancy coming? It should be a fun day.
I'd love to, but I've already arranged to meet some friends in town.
Are you having lunch or something? I've heard that the new burger place is quite good.
Yeah, that's where we're meeting, actually. We all wanted to try it out. It's right next to the cinema, so maybe you could come along after the film and join us.
7. Where is the magazine?
Have you finished reading the magazine I lent you?
Oh yeah, thanks. It was great. Do you want it back? I've left it upstairs in my room.
Yes, please. There's an article I wanted to read in it. Can I go up to your room and get it? Is it in your bag?
I took it out of there and put it on my desk. It's on top of my English book. And that reminds me, I need to do my homework. Can you bring my book down with you, please?
Practice test 4. Listening part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 8. You will hear 2 people talking about a painting.
This is an amazing portrait, isn't it? You feel as though the woman is really looking at you.
I know. She has a very interesting expression on her face too. She looks as though she's done something that she really regrets. It looks like she's very sad, but she's trying not to show it.
Do you think so? I think she looks as though she's just realised the answer to a difficult problem. She looks relieved and calm to me.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I wonder why we both have such different ideas about what she's thinking. Maybe you're a more positive person than I am.
9. You will hear a woman telling a friend about her new bag.
Oh, where are my keys? I know I put them in my bag.
It's a very smart bag.
I know. I bought it last week. It looks great, but it drives me crazy because I can never find anything in it. I thought it would be better than my old bag because it's bigger and it has so many useful pockets.
It certainly looks like there's a pocket for everything.
There is, but I can never remember which pocket I've put things in. I hope I'll get used to it soon, or I'll have to go back to using my little old bag.
10. You will hear 2 friends talking about a song.
Oh, not that song again. I can't get it out of my head. It seems to be playing everywhere I go at the moment. I can't seem to escape it.
I know, it's really popular, isn't it? It's on every radio station, in every shop or cafe. I think it's really catchy.
You can say that again. I keep singing it without realising. I wish I could stop, but it's like a disease.
You're funny. I'd love to hear you singing it.
Well, if I start, please pinch me. I really need to stop doing it.
11. You will hear two friends talking about a swimming pool.
Did you enjoy your swim this morning?
Yeah, it was great. I feel really refreshed now. Hey, have you been to the new swimming pool?
Yes, I went with Celia last Saturday afternoon. It was really busy though. We could hardly find room to swim.
Oh, it was lovely and quiet this morning. Next time, you should go early in the day. There was hardly anybody else there first thing this morning. The water was freezing though. I nearly screamed when I jumped in. I had to swim really fast to warm up.
Oh dear, that's certainly one way to make people get fit.
12. You will hear a woman telling a friend about her weekend.
Did you have a good weekend, Sarah?
Yes, thank you. I visited some friends in the countryside.
That sounds relaxing. It's good to get out of the city sometimes, isn't it?
Yes. It was very peaceful, and it's wonderful to breathe clean air after all the pollution in the city. They live in a quiet village surrounded by fields and trees. Everything was so green. I found it a bit scary at night, though. When it gets dark in the countryside, it gets really dark. There are no street lights or lights from cars and buildings.
I bet you had a fantastic view of the stars, though.
That's true. It was really beautiful.
13. You will hear two friends talking about a curry.
Did you enjoy that curry, Laura? I thought it was very tasty.
What? Really? I thought it was horrible. I left most of it on my plate, look.
Oh, was it too hot for you?
No, I like spicy food. I just thought this curry had a terrible flavour. It tasted kind of sour to me. It was disgusting.
That's very strange, because I loved it. For me, it had an excellent balance of flavours. I was tempted to get some more, to be honest.
Well, you can have mine. I'm going to buy a sandwich or something because I'm still hungry.
Practice Test 4, Listening Part 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one or two words or a number or a date or a time. You will hear a radio presenter talking about a sports festival.
Are you wondering what to do over the summer holidays? The International Sports Festival starts on the 30th of June, lasts for 2 weeks and ends on the 13th of July with prize giving and fireworks. It's well worth attending. Here's why. The fun starts on day 1 with a huge event in Prospect Park. Organisers will arrive early to set up, but the event for the public begins at 12 p.m. and lasts all day until 6. Throughout the day, many different clubs and companies will be giving free workshops, which means you'll be able to try sports that you may never have tried before. Some of the highlights at the opening event include skateboarding and breakdancing workshops. You might also like to bring your bike and try some extreme cycling. Before you start, an expert will check over your bike to make sure it's safe. There will also be a bike race. To find out more information about exact times of each workshop, look on our website. You'll also be able to download a map which shows where everything will be in the park on the day. For the remaining 2 weeks of the festival, you'll be able to enjoy further workshops and sessions in the area. Locations and events include water sports at River Swimming Complex, track events at the Athletics Stadium, and you can also take part in indoor team games at Central Leisure. This festival is the first of its kind in our town, and I really recommend you see what it's all about.
Practice Test 4. Listening Part 4. For each question, choose the correct answer. You will hear someone talking about an organisation that takes young people on expeditions.
Hello and welcome to the programme. Today I'm talking to David Watts, who is a leader of Youth Expeditions, which is an organisation that gives opportunities to young people to explore different parts of the world. David is here to try to show us that going on expeditions is a challenge that all young people can take part in, not just the super fit and super confident. David, could you tell us first about what the organisation does?
Hello, yes. We organise expeditions to different places and invite young people aged 16 to 20 to go on them at as low a cost as possible. Basically, we provide a grant for about 75% of the total. The aim is to develop confidence and a sense of adventure, but we also work with scientists and environmentalists. Although we want people who are keen to learn, we don't expect them to have expert scientific knowledge already.
How often do you organise expeditions?
About 3 or 4 every year, and they include month-long summer expeditions to the Arctic for those aged between 16 and 20, and then for those over 18, there are our Arctic and Desert Gap Year expeditions.
Tell us about one of your most recent expeditions.
This June, a group went to the edge of the Arctic Ocean. They went with 7 leaders and a group of scientists. They cross-country skied to where they were camping and then went everywhere on foot. They took part in a series of scientific studies, investigating glaciers, rivers, plants and so on. It was a very interesting trip.
You also run competitions.
That's right, and for this year's, 3 young explorers can win a place on our next expedition to the Arctic, for which we'll pay the whole cost. For 2 months, they'll live in tents and snow caves, and will learn how to survive in the extreme cold. For part of the time, they'll work with environmentalists on the subject of climate change, but there will also be opportunities for mountaineering and cross-country skiing. It should be a lot of fun.
So, how do people enter?
Entrants should make a short film that gives information about themselves, why they are interested in going to the Arctic, and what they hope to get out of the experience. They should send this to us by post, and we'll choose a number of people to come for an interview. From those, we'll decide who has won.
It sounds like an excellent opportunity, and I wish our listeners luck with that.
Practice Test 5. Listening Part 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. What date does the woman's holiday begin?
Hi. Are you all ready for your holiday? I heard that you're going next Friday.
On the 18th? No, we were planning to leave then, but my cousin isn't free that weekend, so we're going the following Friday now.
Oh, that'll be the 25th, the day before I leave too. I can't wait to get away. How long are you going for?
Only 10 days, but I'm really looking forward to it.
2. Where did the boy first find out about the festival?
Look at this. The city festival's on next weekend. Do you want to go?
Oh, yes, I really want to go, but I didn't know it was on so soon. There was an ad on TV the other day, but I didn't notice the dates.
Well, I only realised it was on because my dad had last Sunday's newspaper. Here, have a look at the website and we can decide what to get tickets for.
3. What does the boy ask the girl to buy?
I'm going to the shops to get some milk. Do you want me to get you anything?
Yeah, can you get me some eggs, please? I'm going to make a cake for Mum's birthday.
No problem. Shall I get some flour too?
Don't worry, we've got plenty in the cupboard. I was thinking of doing something different to my usual chocolate cake. Could you get a lemon and I'll try this new recipe? It looks very tasty.
4. How do you get to the bookshop?
The bookshop? Oh yes, it's just off Bridge Street, next to the museum. Go straight across this roundabout, and then, after about 500 metres, you'll have to turn right at the crossroads. Sorry, I mean left, into Bridge Street. Go down the road a little way and you'll see the museum on the corner. It's a big building with columns at the entrance. The bookshop is down a small side turning beside the museum. You can't miss it.
5. How many people live next door?
Hi, where have you been?
Oh, hi. I've just been chatting with our new neighbours. The mum and dad seem really nice. And there's a girl called Monica who's about my age. Maybe we'll be able to hang out together.
Oh, I thought I saw an older girl there yesterday.
Actually, Monica's got 2 older sisters, but one's already left home. Anyway, you should call in and say hi.
6. Where are they going on holiday?
So, are you looking forward to going on holiday with your parents?
No, we're still arguing about it. Dad wants to rent this quiet house in the countryside, but Mum says it's way too far from the coast. She's seen these great apartments online. They're right beside the beach.
Those apartments sound pretty amazing to me. Is that where you'd like to go as well?
No way. I'd much prefer a city break. There are so many fun things you can do in a new city. And we could rent a really cool flat in the city centre, you know. But Mum has won this time. She really loves the seaside.
7. What does the girl decide to wear to the concert?
Well, it's a shame you can't come to the concert tonight. I'll have to go on my own. I was planning to wear those dark jeans with a black shirt. Do you think that's smart enough?
How would I know? If you want to look smarter, there's that blue dress you got from the market.
Brilliant idea. Much better than trousers.
Well, whatever you think. But I'm sure it would be fine to just wear jeans and a t-shirt if you wanted. It's only a small concert.
Practice Test 5. Listening Part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 8. You will hear 2 friends talking about football training.
So, did you enjoy football training after school yesterday? You haven't done it before, have you?
No, that was my first time. Yeah, I enjoyed the training session, but I don't think I was very good.
What do you mean? Why?
Those guys are so fit. Seriously, I really struggled to keep up. And a couple of times I didn't manage to catch the ball. I think everyone was disappointed in me.
But all players feel like that at first. I'm sure you'll get better with practice.
9. You will hear 2 friends talking about travelling to and from school.
So, do you always cycle to school?
Most of the time, but if the weather's really bad, I take the bus. What about you? Do you usually walk to school?
No, it's much too far to walk or cycle from home. My brother and I get a lift with Dad in the mornings. Our school is on his way to work.
And how do you get home then?
We get the train. I quite like it, actually. I often do my homework on the train, or most of it anyway, so I can chill out when I get home.
10. You will hear 2 people talking about a recipe.
Oh, it's no good. I just can't get it right.
What's the matter?
I'm trying to make the cookies my grandma used to bake for me when I was little. My mum gave me the recipe. I followed all the instructions, but I just can't make them taste the same. I wonder if the measurements in the recipe are wrong. Or maybe I'm using different brands of ingredients, and that's making the cookies taste different.
Perhaps your grandma had a secret ingredient which she didn't tell your mum about.
Do you know, I bet you're right. That's just like my grandma. I wonder what it could be.
11. You will hear two people talking about a gym.
What do you think of the new gym in town?
It's great. I've been there a few times now. The equipment is very modern and everything is very clean and smart.
It certainly seems very popular. It's always full of people.
Yes, it does get very busy, but you never have to wait for equipment. There are enough machines for everyone.
That's true. I just wish there were a few more lockers in the changing rooms. By the time I get there, they're all taken, so there's nowhere for me to leave my things. I suppose I'll have to start going earlier.
12. You will hear a girl telling a friend about her new hobby.
Wow! These photographs are amazing. Did you take them?
Thanks. Yep, they're my photos.
Seriously, they look really professional. You could sell them.
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe when I get a bit better at it.
Did you take all of these with your phone?
No, not these ones. I started getting interested in photography about a year ago. Then my parents gave me a really good camera for my birthday, and I decided to sign up for a photography course. I learned a lot of basic stuff, and at the moment, I'm just experimenting with various techniques.
Well, I think you have a lot of talent.
13. You will hear two friends talking about a TV show.
Oh, why do they do that at the end of every series? I hate it when they end the show just as something terrible or exciting is about to happen. They leave you desperate to know what happens next, and you have to wait months for the next series to start so that you can find out.
That's the whole idea, isn't it? They don't want you to forget to watch the new series.
Well, there's no chance of that. I'm going to be wondering about the next episode all summer now.
I'm sure you'll find something to take your mind off it before the next series starts.
Practice Test 5. Listening, Part 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one or two words, or a number, or a date, or a time. You will hear a recorded message giving information about a museum.
This is the information line for the Dorset Chocolate Museum, the home of chocolate lovers and the ideal place to spend an afternoon. Do you know who used cocoa beans as money in the 16th century? Or where chocolate was drunk as a medicine? At the Dorset Chocolate Museum, you'll find out about all this and more. Our fascinating displays will guide you through the history of chocolate making from its earliest use in South America to the modern day. Then, move on to the demonstration area of our small family-run factory. Here you can watch our skilled chocolate makers making a variety of chocolate bars as well as other sweets, and you can even have a try at making your own. We open 7 days a week from 12 midday till 6 p.m, except in July and August when we are open until 8 p.m. From September to December, we are open at weekends only. We are closed throughout January, but open again from the 1st of February. Admission is £10 for adults and £5 for children up to the age of 16, while children under 5 are free. Students pay £2 less, so that's £8, but only if they have a student ID card. Special reduced entrance fees are available for groups of 10 or more people. We can also make special arrangements for schools on weekdays between 12 and 4 p.m. All groups will be provided with a private tour guide, and at the end, each member of the group will receive a bag of lovely handmade chocolates. Our special range of chocolate boxes and bars is always available to buy in our gift shop. For more details, phone the gift shop on 01632 960 054.
Practice Test 5. Listening, Part 4. For each question, choose the correct answer. You will hear a chef talking about his career.
What does it take to be a head chef? Paul Heaton is here to tell us all about it.
Thanks. I didn't enjoy school that much, and I decided quite early on that I was going to leave as soon as I could, which was at 16. I tried a few other things, including the local supermarket, but nothing really interested me until I got a job as a kitchen assistant. I was a fresh-faced 17-year-old when I turned up at the Grand Hotel. It was hard, dirty work, and the pay wasn't great either. On the positive side, I was in a really busy kitchen where the top chefs were highly skilled, and during my breaks, I could watch and learn. I was fascinated by all the equipment and the unlikely stories of people injuring themselves with kitchen tools.
I imagine that kitchen assistants don't work from 9 to 5.
No, I had to get used to long hours and working late. They needed me when the kitchen got busy, around 12 o'clock, which doesn't sound bad, but I sometimes wouldn't finish until 2 o'clock the next morning. I'd spend most of the time cleaning the kitchen equipment or preparing food for the chefs to use. I must have washed and prepared literally millions of carrots and potatoes.
But those days are behind you now, aren't they?
Yes, these days I'm a head chef, so I'm responsible for organising the kitchen. This includes preparing the menus, selecting and training staff, and keeping the kitchen in good working order. And I still love to cook, of course, but now I don't have to do it every day, but can choose to do it when I really want to.
What advice would you give to anyone thinking of becoming a chef?
You have to be able to work in a team, whether you're cleaning the floor or grilling a steak. You must be prepared to deal with stressful situations, and you have to be able to think quickly. If the fish you wanted to use for your main dish doesn't arrive, you've got to invent something completely different. People sometimes think that preparing food in a first-class restaurant is a complicated and difficult thing to do. This is partly true. There's a lot to think about, and your work needs to be right every time. But the key to success is to buy the best and the freshest food available and keep things simple.
Practice Test 6. Listening, Part 1. For each question, choose the correct answer. 1. What is the woman going to buy today?
I'm going shopping in town this afternoon. I need to get a present for Jan. It's her birthday next week.
Oh, really? What are you thinking of getting her?
I've already got her a bag, and I thought about buying her a book or a scarf too. What do you think?
I don't think she reads much, so I think a scarf would probably be better.
OK, thanks. I'll see if I can find something she'll like.
2. What time did Clara finish band practice?
You're home late, Clara. I was starting to get worried about you. It's 9 o'clock.
Yes, I know, Mum. I didn't catch a train until 8.
Were you at band practice all that time? That was a long rehearsal.
No, I left at 6, but I met Eva on my way to the station. We got chatting and decided to go to a cafe. I hadn't seen her for ages, so we had a lot to talk about.
3. Which piece of equipment was missing?
Gosh, you're back very early from cricket, Anthony. Do you not feel well?
No, I'm okay, but I didn't get to play cricket today.
Why not? Did you forget your bat?
No, I remembered to bring it. Actually, Toby forgot his helmet, but luckily I had an extra one, so he was fine.
Right. Then why on earth didn't you play?
No one had a ball, Dad. We were all there ready to play and we...
Oh, no. I'm sorry, Anthony.
4. What is the weather going to be like this afternoon?
After a bright and sunny morning, clouds are beginning to form and it looks like we're going to see some rain later today, probably from around 2 o'clock, so don't forget your umbrellas. The rain will be light, however, and no thunderstorms are expected. It will clear up in the evening and there'll be light cloud for the rest of the night, with a clear day tomorrow.
5. How did the man find out about the play?
That was a fantastic play. Thank you for recommending it.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
How did you hear about it? Did you read a review about it?
No, I know there have been some good reviews in the newspapers, but I didn't see them. My friend John heard about it on the radio and emailed me and suggested I went to see it. He'll be pleased to hear that we both enjoyed it.
6. When is the man's first guitar lesson?
Have you started guitar lessons yet?
Not yet. They've been delayed. They were going to start on the 15th, but the teacher was ill.
Oh dear. I hope she's better now.
Yes, she is, and she's going to give 2 lessons in 1 week this week to catch up. The first one will be on the 21st, and the second will be on the 23rd.
Great. I look forward to hearing you play something soon.
It might be a while before I can play a song.
7. How does the woman usually keep fit?
Hi, Sally. It's great seeing you here. I didn't know you liked running.
I don't. I go to the gym most days, but it's closed at the moment. They're doing some building work. I've got to do something while it's closed, and I haven't got a bike, so I thought I'd better try running.
Oh, well, why don't you join me? I'm here every morning, and it'll be good to have some company.
Practice Test 6. Listening, Part 2. For each question, choose the correct answer. 8. You will hear 2 people talking about the weather.
Oh dear, it's raining again. I'm getting really fed up with all this wet weather. I wanted to go for a picnic this weekend.
Well, the weather forecast says that the rain is going to stop by Saturday morning and we're going to have a few sunny days.
Really? I'll believe that when I see it. I don't trust the weather forecast.
I don't know. They're pretty accurate these days. I rely on the weather app on my phone to tell me when I need to take an umbrella with me.
Well, I hope that you and your weather app are right. A few sunny days will be lovely.
9. You will hear a girl telling a friend about her dreams for the future.
Where do you think you'll be in 20 years' time?
Ooh, that's difficult. Perhaps I'll be living by a beautiful Italian lake surrounded by mountains. I could work as a windsurfing instructor. Or maybe I'll be a businesswoman getting rich in New York City. I wonder what that would be like.
You don't think you'll still be living here in Ireland then?
Oh yes, that's it. I'll live in one of those pretty little cottages you see round here and sell my pictures of the local landscape.
That makes sense. You're a very talented painter.
Aw.
10. You will hear 2 siblings talking about a trip.
I'm so excited about our trip to London next month. Shall we go ahead and buy our train tickets online now? If you book early, it's cheaper.
I don't know.
What? Why? Do you not want to go anymore?
No, it's not that. I'm really looking forward to London. But I was thinking maybe we should take the bus instead. It's better value for money.
But doesn't the bus take longer?
It does, but not much, and it's still more convenient. If we get the train, we'll have to change at Birmingham and carry our bags to a different platform, you know? But the bus is direct.
11. You will hear a boy telling a friend about his father's job.
I think it's so cool that your dad is a firefighter. He must face danger every day.
Well, not every day, but it is cool. He told me that most of the calls they get are not actually for fires. They rescue people from all sorts of situations. And when they do get called to a fire, they have all the right equipment. Apparently, the biggest danger is when a firefighter isn't fit enough. It's really important to keep fit in that job.
Yes, it must be. And I expect communication is important too.
Oh yes, everyone on the team needs to communicate really well and to trust each other too. If they work together well, then everyone is a lot safer.
12. You will hear two friends talking about a song.
This song is great, Tony. Have you heard it yet?
Don't tell me you actually like it. It sounds so miserable.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Listen to the words she's singing.
OK, I can see that the song is well written. You might even say that it's interesting, but it just goes on and on.
Well, it makes me smile. I can't stop listening to it.
I guess we just have different tastes. You know, I prefer songs that sound more positive.
13. You will hear two friends talking about a computer game.
Look at this new game. Isn't it fantastic? The characters look like real people.
Wow, it's just like watching a film. That's fantastic. Is it good fun to play?
It's great. The puzzles are a bit difficult, though. Sometimes it can take me days to work out what I need to do to get to the next stage of the game.
Well, you don't want it to be too easy, or you'll finish the game too fast.
That's true, but I like to find out what happens next in the story. I get bored if I have to wait too long to move on in the game.
Practice Test 6. Listening, Part 3. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one or two words or a number or a date or a time. You will hear a woman talking to a group of families about their holiday.
Good afternoon, families. It's lovely to see you all at our wonderful resort. You've certainly got some great weather for your holiday. Now, in a moment, you'll be shown up to your rooms. Then, in about an hour's time, at about 1 o'clock, a light lunch will be served in the dining room. The dining room is at the front of the hotel, next to the fitness centre. For your information, breakfast is served between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. Lunch is from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. and dinner is served in the evening between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Traditional music is played by local musicians twice a week during dinner. Now, a few words about activities. There are family trips most mornings which you can join if you like. These include visits to local places of interest, including the ruins and various monuments. I'll give you more details about those later. You can also visit an outdoor market where you'll be able to find souvenirs to take home. That's only on Thursdays, so don't miss it. In the afternoons, you can either walk to the beach, which is just 5 minutes away, or you can relax by the hotel swimming pool. That's it for now, I think. I hope you like your rooms. Please stay behind if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the dining room in about an hour. Thank you very much.
Practice Test 6. Listening, Part 4. For each question, choose the correct answer. You will hear an interview with the manager of a new leisure centre.
Welcome to the Leisure Programme. Today, I'm interviewing Jack Hutchinson, the manager of a new leisure centre that opened last month. Welcome to the programme, Jack.
Thank you.
Jack, there are several leisure centres in this area. Why do you think yours has become so popular already? Is it because it has such a fantastic gym?
No, I don't think it's because of the gym, although the gym is excellent. I think it's because so many articles have been written about us in the local newspapers. People want to see if we're as good as the journalists say.
So, tell us about the centre.
Well, let's start with the pools. We've already got a very good, large swimming pool with a diving area. There's also a smaller training pool, which is for children and for adults having lessons. And there are plans to build a fun pool with slides for children.
And what about this amazing gym?
The equipment is excellent, and we have experienced staff who are very happy to give advice.
Are the staff there all the time?
They're usually there for 2 hours in the afternoon and an hour in the evening. We're hoping to increase the time they're available when we employ more staff.
What about courts?
There are indoor courts for tennis, badminton, volleyball and basketball. The outdoor tennis courts aren't quite ready, but they'll be available next week.
What about classes?
There are swimming classes at all levels, karate, aerobics and keep fit. We also offer one-day scuba diving courses at the pool. They're given by instructors from the local diving school. I've done one myself, and so have most of our swimming instructors. I can highly recommend them.
So, in what way do you think your leisure centre is better than others?
The facilities are of a very high quality. We offer a wide range of different activities, and we have a cafe that sells good, healthy food.
Well, other centres offer all that too.
Yes, but they don't offer our prices. Like other centres, we offer discounts to students and the over 60s, but people can also buy a membership card for just £15 a month. For this, you can use all the facilities as often as you like. You pay much more for membership in other centres.
That sounds very good. Thank you for coming in, Jack.